And let's talk about Charlie XCX. So shortly after she announced that she's got a new album coming out called Music Fashion Film, Miss Charlene has announced that she is going on tour, but a brief North American tour. I don't necessarily know what the UK hun. I don't know what the UK leg or the European leg look like, but we just going to talk about the North American leg. So on Monday, June 8th, the rock music singer, songwriter who's 33, announced a string of North American arena dates for her upcoming music fashion film tour with opening act Underscores, which we talked about earlier. I am obsessed with Underscores' new album, You. If y'all have not heard it, definitely listen. If you're like into that whole hyper electro pop stuff, the production on that album is sickening. I love the vocals. It is a good record. It is no shade. It is literally, I think, top 5 album of the year. Speaking of which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Stereo Gum did an article on the best albums of 2026 so far. Underscores was added, as well as Slater's Worst Girl in America, which I heard she tore it down over at the Governor's Ball over the weekend. That album was number one on their list. So shout out to the Hyperpop girls. They're definitely doing their thing. And Miss Charlene has her little, her upcoming tour coming out. I do have the overall photo, like a little paper with all the North American dates on it. So yeah, so she basically said, "Can't wait to party together again. It's gonna be cute." This is what she said alongside the announcement on IG. Now, kicking off September 11th in Philly, the tour will make stops in cities including New York, technically Brooklyn, Toronto, Boston, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and more before wrapping on October 23rd in Las Vegas. So, yeah, so on September 11th, she's in Philly. Barclays Center, because it said Brooklyn. Where else she going? September 14th and the 15th. The 21st, sorry, should be in Toronto, Ontario. Boston should be there on September 24th, Washington, D.C., September 28th, Atlanta, October 6th, San Diego, October 14th, and then L.A. should be there on October 17th and 18th, Glendale, Arizona, October 21st, and Las Vegas, Nevada should be there on the 23rd. So she's only doing a couple of days. And I think she learned her lesson because here's the thing. I did have somebody in the comments that said, is this a case of blue dot fever again? Think that would be something you would have to worry about if we were talking about the sweat tour because y'all bit off more than you could chew with that tour the last time you did that in the US. But I think with her and her team, she paid attention and realized that doing that tour, what were the areas in the US that she would be able to get a big audience? So I do feel like Atlanta, what is it? Atlanta, New York, Philly, Toronto, DC, Atlanta, as I said earlier, LA, Arizona, Glendale, and Vegas. Those would be the top areas that she would accumulate a lot of money. So, no shade. She could just do that where she's out there. Now, tickets first become available through the artist pre-sale on June 12th. That's this week, local time, and fans can sign up via Live Nation through June 10th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. The general on sale kicks off the same day at 1 p.m. local time. Now, for the tour, she is offering a limited number of $20 angel tickets to be made available in August. Additionally, a limited edition for charity ticket. A limited amount of charity tickets will be available for the first 5 rows of each venue, with $50 of net proceeds going to the Transgender Law Center. The Grammy winner's new album, Music Fashion Film, comes out on July 24th. Ahead of the release, she dropped the singles Rock Music and SS26. Now, the album cover, shot by Aiden Zamiri, was revealed last week and features John Cale, Mark Jacobs, and Martin Scorsese, which hence the title, which is Music Fashion Film. Those are the people that I guess she would use as muses for that whole thing. And I actually think this is pretty smart that she's doing in the context of the $20 angel tickets and the charity tickets will be available for the first 5 rows of each venue, with $50 of net proceeds going to the Trans Law Center. Who knows? Maybe I'll wait around that time to do that whole charity thing. because it's going to the trans community. But I like the fact that she's actually going to be auctioning off or making cheaper tickets for, and I wish other artists would do that too, because tickets these days for shows is getting crazy expensive. I'm starting to consider, like, do I want to go to this show? This might be a good show to go to. Child, quiet as it's kept. There's so many shows I want to go to right now. I want to see Robin. I want to see Tove Lo or Tuve Lu. I want to see Slater. I want to see Charlie. So that's like 4 shows I want to see so far. And then, so there's a lot of great shows. I would have liked to have seen Kesha. She was over the weekend, but that was all the way out in Jones Beach, and child, I ain't want to travel all the way out there. So shout out to you, Charlie. I don't know if some people would say this is too soon for her to be going out on tour, but look, if she's ready to get out there and perform, and she only wants to do a small amount of dates in the U.S. and pace herself and do a bigger tour down the road in other parts of the world, then we'll see how that all works out when she crosses that bridge. But shout out to you, girl. I mean, even though I'm not feeling a lot of these songs so far from this album, I'll listen to the album and see what she's going to be giving with this record. And maybe it sounds better when you listen to it from beginning, middle, and end versus the single choices. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of Charlie announcing that she's heading back out on tour? Because how long has it been since Brat? Maybe like 2 years, and she's already giving us new music. Clearly, she was inspired. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.